Everybody, please stand up for our prayer. As your son, lead the prayer. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Good afternoon, class. How are you today? That's great. I'm Catherine Pihutek, and I will be your subject teacher for today. I want you to arrange your chairs properly and pick up the pieces of trashes you see in your surroundings and put it in the trash bin. Now, class, I want your full cooperation in following these simple rules. Now, for our first classroom rules, kindly read the first bullet. Yes, whenever your teacher is talking, all you need to do is listen carefully. Now, for our second classroom rules, can you please read the second bullet? Yes, if you want to speak or if you want to ask question to your teacher, all you need to do is very good, raise your right hand. Now, for our third classroom rules, yes, whenever the teacher is talking, you need to avoid talking to your seatmates. Now, for our last classroom rules, everybody please read aloud. Now, since our discussion today will be full of lesson and activities, all you need to do is follow the teacher's direction the first time you are given and be cooperative. Is that understood, class? Very good. I want you to all be attentive as we are going to gain new knowledge today, and this is going to be a fun learning. Now, for our attendance, all you need to do is raise your right hand and say present. Is that understood, class? Okay, very good. Now, say present whenever your name is called. Edgerson Rodriguez, Dan Xavier de Vinagracia, Binboy Omak, Jehan Mamato, Rikael Brent Orok. Now, class, did you have any assignments? Okay, now pass your assignments in front very carefully. Now, class, what was our topic last meeting, or what was our last topic yesterday? Yes, Dan. Very good. Our last topic yesterday is all about asexual and sexual reproduction. Now, who can tell me what is asexual reproduction? Yes, Ben Boy. Yes, asexual reproduction is when one parent has an offspring and that offspring is identical to the parent. So when you say asexual reproduction, you don't need two parents in order to reproduce. Now, who can tell me what is sexual reproduction? Yes, Ed. Very good. Sexual reproduction is having two parents union their six cells are unionized in order to produce a offspring. The offspring is combination of both parents. Very good, class. You all understand your lesson yesterday. Now, since you have understood your lesson very well, let's do an activity. Are you class ready? Very good. Now, for our first activity, I want you all to please read the direction aloud. Now, for our first activity, the class will be divided into two groups. So this row will be the group 1 and this row will be the group 2. Now, I'll be giving you individual manila paper and you will list down in that manila paper the correct sequence of numbers. So all you need to do is arrange the sequence of the pictures being given, whether which picture comes first and what pictures comes second, and so on and so forth. Are you class ready? Very good. Now for our first picture, You have 1 minute class to rearrange a picture based on its corresponding numbers. Your timer starts now. Okay, you have reached your 1 minute. Now post your answer in front. Okay, for group 1, here is the answer. And for group 2, here is the answer for item number 1. Now let us check if your answers are correct. 4. Very good. You got the correct answer. 2. Very good. You got the correct answer. 3. Very good. You got the correct answer. Then 1. You get all correct answers. Now for our last number. Very good. You all got the correct answer. Now clap your hands, please. Now for your item number 2, rearrange the picture according to which sequence comes first and which sequence comes seconds and so on and so forth. Now you only get 1 minute to answer this item. Your timer starts now. Okay, your time is up. Kindly paste your answers in front. Now let us check if your answers are correct. For our first picture, it says number 3. So all of you got the correct answer. Very good. Now for our second picture, we have number 4. Very good. You all got the correct answer. Now for our third picture, number 1. Very good. You all got the correct answer. Now for our next picture, we have number 2. All of you got the correct answer. Very good, class. Now for our last picture, it's number 5. All of you still get the correct answer. Now give yourselves a round of applause, please. Now, let's move on to the next item. Now for our third and last item, rearrange this picture. You got 1 minute to arrange this. Your timer starts now. No class, your time is up. Can you please paste your answers in front, please? Okay, let us check your answers. Now for our first picture. So, picture is number 3. All of you got the correct answer. Very good. Now for our second picture, it's number 5. Still, you got all the correct answer. Now for our third picture, number 1. Still, all of you get the correct answer. Now for our second to the last picture, it's number 4. Still, you students get the correct answer. Now for our last number, or for our last picture, it's number 2. Still, all of you got the correct answer. Very good, class. You have perfect this activity. So give yourselves a round of applause. All right, class. Let's do another activity. Are you still up to it? Okay, very good. Now for our next activity, can you all please read the direction aloud? Now for our next activity, all you need to do is fill in the right letter to the missing word provided based on the picture beside it. Are you all class ready? Okay, let us start for our first item. So what do you think is the missing letter based on the picture? Who would like to answer? Yes, Dan. Okay, you think the missing letter is letter L. Let us see if you are Correct. Okay, very good. Clap your hands for Dan, class. So, the right letter is letter L. And can you all please read the right word? It is cell. Very good. So the picture here is cell. Now let us move on to our second picture. Who would like to answer this? Yes, Bin Boy. Okay, you think the missing letter is I and S. Let us check if he is correct, class. Okay, very good. The missing letters are letter I and letter S. Okay, clap your hands for Bin Boy, class. Okay, this picture is tissue. Can you all please read aloud? Yes, tissue. Next off is, what do you think is the missing letter? Yes, Ed. Okay, you think the missing letter is letter E. Let us check if you are correct. Very good, Ed. It is letter E, which, can you all please read aloud? It is I. Is very good, class. Okay, let us move on. Now, what do you think is the missing letters to this two word? Based on this picture, would like to answer? Yes, Rikael. Okay, you think the missing letters are letter I. Okay, let us check if he is correct. Okay, very good, class. The missing letters are letter I. Now give yourselves a round of applause. Since no one or nobody got the wrong answer up to now. It is, can you all please read aloud? Digestive system. Very good. Now let us move on. Okay, what do you think is the missing letters based on this picture? Yes, Jihan. Okay, the missing letter is letter O and letter S according to Jihan, class. So let us check if she is correct. Okay, very good. Give her a round of applause, class. She is correct. So the missing letter is letter O and letter S. It says organism. So this picture here is a organism. Okay, let us move on. How about this picture, class? Would like to answer? Yes, Dan. Okay, you think the missing letters are letter O and letter A. Let us check if he is correct. Okay, very good. The missing letters are letter O and letter A. So the picture here is population. Can you please read it aloud? Of course, population. Now for our next picture, who would like to answer? Yes, Anne. Okay, you think the missing letter is letter M. Let us check, class, if he is correct. Okay, class, he is correct. Give him a round of applause. So the picture here is community. Very good. Now, how about this picture? What do you think is the missing letter to this word? Yes? Who would like to answer? Yes, Rikael? Okay, you think the missing letter is letter E. So let us check if he is correct. Very good. So the missing letter is letter E. Thank you, Rikael. So, can you all please read aloud? It's ecosystem. Now, for our next picture, we have, who would like to answer? Yes, Jihan. So you think the answer is, or the missing letter is, letter I. So let us check if she is correct, class. Okay, very good, Jihan. The answer is letter I. So the word is biomes. Very good, class. Now for our last picture, what do you think is the missing letter to this picture right here? Would like to answer? Again, who would like to answer? Yes, yes, Bin Boy. Okay. What is the missing letter here? It's letter S. Let us check if he is correct. Okay, very good, class. So the answer is, or the missing letter is, letter S. So this picture right here is biosphere. So could you please read it aloud again? It's biosphere. So give yourselves a round of applause, class. You have correctly answered all the missing letters to the word corresponding to the pictures. Very good. Now, class, are you curious about the things we have been talking about earlier? Okay, let us unravel your lesson for today. So your lesson for today is all about levels of biological organization. So the levels of biological organization has 9 levels. So these 9 levels comes in inverted pyramid. So why is it inverted pyramid, teacher? It is because it starts from the most basic to the most complex. So it needs to be inverted. Since the inverted pyramid starts at the most smallest triangle to the most large triangle. So let us now unravel what is the first level or the basic level of biological organization. First off is we have the cell. So what is a cell, class? Who has an idea what is a cell? Okay, Dan. Okay, cell is, okay, according to Dan, cell is the fundamental unit of life. Let us check if he is correct. Now, I want you all to please read the 2 bullets and find out if Dan's answer is correct. So please, all of you, please read aloud. Okay, according to the statement that the cell is the fundamental unit of structure of an organism. So Dan is correct. So give him a round of applause, please. Now, a cell is like a tiny building of block that makes up every living thing. So every organisms you see, are made up of cells. So we cannot exist without cells. Now, can you recall that there are 2 types of cells? Yes, Ray? Okay, the animal cells and plant cells. So is that correct, class? Okay, let us find out if that is the true 2 types of cell. Of course, it is. Very good, Ray. So it is animal cell. So please read aloud the definition of animal cell. So of course, so animal cells are only found in animals. So animal cells have organelles that plant cells do not have. Now let us move on to the plant cell. Now for our plant cell, please read aloud, everyone. And of course, plant cell is the unit of or building block of plants. These are only found in plants. This can't be found in animals or whatever type of animals out there, including us, since we are the highest form of animal. Okay, very good, class. You understand the cell? Okay, of course you have. Can we now move on to the next level of biological organization? Okay, let us now. So next off is tissue. So according to the picture, we have moved on to another level. So what is tissue? Let us find out what is tissue, class. So please read aloud. Okay, according to this statement, a tissue is a group of similar cells that work together to perform a specific job. So these are group of cells. So example, this group of cells do a specific function and this group of cells do another specific function. So that is tissue. That is a function of tissue, or that is the definition of tissue. So I have here a picture of tissue. So in the heart is you can find the cardiac muscle. So the cardiac muscle consists of cardiac tissues. So the cardiac tissues are all tissues for the cardiac muscle. Now next is the skeletal muscle. So skeletal muscle consists of skeletal tissue that only performs specific functions. So it cannot function for the cardiac muscle since it is born, or it is already that way. It is born to be a skeletal tissue. Now next off is our smooth muscle. So the smooth muscle is consists of smooth tissue. So this is found in the what? In our large and small intestine. Now, did you understand what is tissue, class? Okay, very good. Next level of biological organization is organ and organ systems. As you can see, class, we have moved on to another level in the inverted pyramid. So, what is an organ and organ system? I think you're all familiar what an organ is. Can you give me an example what an organ is? Okay, heart. So why do you think heart is an organ? So, okay, let us find out. So a heart is an organ because it is part of the body made of different tissues that work together to perform a specific function. Do you think a heart performs a specific function? Yes, Ed? Okay, it does perform a specific function. Okay, thank you, Ed. You wanna take your seat? So, another is, give me another example of a organ, class. Okay, an esophagus, it is an organ, very good. It is what? Another. Okay, Ben Boy. Okay, you think the lung is an organ. Is that correct, class? Okay, that is correct since it's perform a specific function which is to breathe or inhale and exhale air. Very good. Now, let us move on to an organ system. Since you already know what an organ is, this organ system will be much easier to understand. So an organ system, can you please read aloud? So when we say organ systems, these are a group of organs, no, that perform a specific function or common function in the body. So the circulatory system includes the heart, which is that, the blood and the blood vessels, which transport oxygen, nutrients, and waste. So this specific three organs is only for what? Distribution of blood throughout the body. So these are three organs that perform a common function in the body. These are only found in the what? Circulatory system. Very good, class. Now, can you give me another example of an organ system? Yes, Raquel. Okay, according to Ray, it is digestive system. So let us check if he is correct. Okay, very good. So another example of organ system, thank you, Ray, when I take your seat, is the digestive system. So let us see this picture. So in this picture, in the digestive system, it has organ like mouth, like esophagus, like stomach, large and small intestine, and the anus. So these are part of the organ system of digestive system. Very good, class. So do you understand what is organ and an organ system? Okay, let us move on to another biological level of organization. Next off, we have organism. So we have again moved to another level in the inverted pyramid. So what is an organism, class? So an organism, can you please all read aloud? So when you say organism, these are made up of different organ systems that enable them to perform different functions. So when a living thing out there is capable of functioning on its own, capable of circulating its blood in its own, capable of uh, producing food in its own, it is called an organism. Example of it is plants. We have animals. Those are what? Example of organism. Why is that? Yes, Jihan. Of course, because it has made up of different organ system. As you can see, animals also have an organ system like the humans have. So, do you think humans are an organism? For example of organism? Yes, Binboy. Yes, we humans are example of organisms since we have different organ system that functions in order for us to survive. Very good class. Now, did you understand what an organism is? Do I need to expand it more? Okay, you have understood. Now let us move on to the next level of biological organization. The population. So what do you think it's a population class? So we have heard this word many times already, but what do you think is population? So can you all please read aloud the next level of biological organization, which is a population? Okay, so according to this statement, that population is a group consisting of members of the same species. So when you say same species, it only consists of same organism. Give me an example, class. Yes, Rikael. Of course, group of ants according to Rikael. Is he correct? Are those in the same species? Of course, those ants are in the same species, so we can call a group of ants a population. How about another example? Yes, Jihan. Of course, she said a barangay. So a barangay, they think it is a example of population. Yes, it is, since a barangay consists of different people, but same species, which is a human. So that is correct. That is a population. Whenever it is consisting of members of the same species. So another example here are group of pine trees, and this a group of ants living together. So whenever they are living together in a specific place, that is called a population. Is population understood, class? No more questions? Okay, let us move on to another level of biological organization. Next off, we have community. So what do you think is the difference between population and community, class? So let us unravel that. Okay, can you all please or read aloud the meaning of community? Okay, according to this statement, it says that different species or different population of different organisms live in the same place. So as you can see in this picture, what is this picture? Yes, it is a zoo. So what animals do you see? Yes, Ed. Okay, you see zebra, you see giraffe, you see elephant, you see fox, you see rabbit, lions, we have hippopotamus, we have rabbits, and so on and so forth. So there are many population in a zoo, different species. So when we say community, these are what? Mixtures of different species that or different organisms that live in the same place. These animals live in the same place? Of course, they do live in the same place, which is the zoo. It is a home for animals. Okay, very good. Did you understand the community, class? The difference between population and community. Okay, very good. Let us now move on to the seventh level of biological organization. So as you can see here in our inverted pyramid, we have we are again in the upper inverted pyramid. So ecosystem. So what is an ecosystem, class? Are you all familiar with this? Of course you are. We have been talking about ecosystem many times. But what is really an ecosystem? So let us find out. So ecosystem for our seventh level biological organization. Please read, everyone. So according to this statement, whenever different population living in the same area are living with non-living things. So example of non-living thing. Okay, rocks. Okay, how about you, Dan? Okay, we have sunlight, of course. Very good, Dan, that is. Another example. Yes, Ed. Of course, he said water. So water is an example of non-living things. So when you say ecosystem, these are community of living organisms interacting with each other and their non-living environments. When we say, again, when we say population, these are same group of organisms that live together, and when we say community, these are different groups of population living in the same place. And when we say ecosystem, when those population living in the same place are interacting with their non-living thing, so that is the or non-living environment, so that is a ecosystem. Did you understand, class? Okay, very good. Now let us move on, or let us first check this example of ecosystem. So as you can see here, this is an example of ecosystem. Why? Since there are different uh, population here interacting with non-living environment. So we have here the fox. So the fox is example of living organism, and we have a population of trees here, and um, a mountain and a cloud. So those, the living organism or different population of living organism are interacting with its non-living environment. So next off is we have a pond. So a pond consists of a duck, an organism, a couple of lilies, a couple of grass, and then rocks. So this is an example of an ecosystem, since living organisms are interacting with its non-living environment. So our next level of biological organization is the biome. So what is a biome, class? So can you all please read aloud the meaning of biome? So according to this statement, biome is a large area of the earth. It is part of the earth with a similar climate, plants, and animals. So who can give me an example? Yes, Ray. Okay, a desert. A desert is example of biome. Why do you think a desert is an example of biome? Thank you, Ray. You can sit down. Yes, Ed. Okay, so Ed thinks that a desert is example of biome. It is because it has the same climate. So it is sunny. Excuse me, class. It is sunny. It is windy out there. It is hot. So when we go to the desert, you can see or you can feel the same climate. Okay, how about this? Okay, a rainforest. So a rainforest is example of biome, since it is consists of one climate, and this biome here is the underwater biome, which consists of the same climate, which is a home to fishes. Did you understand the biome, class? Okay, very good. Now, as you can see here, this is the desert, which consists of the same climate, and the rainforest consists of the same climate, which is the definition of biome. Now, let us move on. Now, for our last level of biological organization, we have the biosphere. So, what do you think is a biosphere, class? Everyone, please read aloud our last level of biological organization, which is the biosphere. So according to the statement, biosphere is made of different parts of the earth where life exists, all biomes. So this is non-explainable already, since it says that all biomes, no, all different parts of the earth that could sustain life or that where life exists is the biosphere. So did you understand all of the level of organization, class? No more questions, no more clarifications. Okay, very good. Now let's do an activity, since you all have understood our lessons very well since no more questions have been raised or no suggestions. So let us now move on to our activity. Are you class ready? Okay, very good. Now class, since you have understood our lesson or our discussion, let's do an activity. So can you all please read the direction? So all you need to do is fill in the right level of biological organization in this inverted pyramid. So I only have to ask for a volunteer, and you need to explain in front what is the definition of those level of biological organization. Are your class ready? Okay, very good. So for our first level of biological organization, who would like to answer? Okay, then come in front, please, and write your answer, and then explain to the class what is the definition of that level of biological organization. So according to Dan, the first level of biological organization is the cell. So according to him, cell is the basic unit of life or the foundation of life. Is he correct, class? Okay, of course. Very good. Give Dan a clap, please. Now next, for our next level of biological organization, who would like to answer? Yes, Binboy, come in front please and explain to the class what is the definition of that level of biological organization. So according to Binboy class, that the next level of biological organization is the tissue. Is he correct? Yes, he is. Very good, Binboy. Clap your hands for Binboy class. So he is correct. So according to him, the tissue is a group of cells that perform the same function. Okay, very good. Okay, for our next level of biological organization, who would like to answer? Okay, Jihan, come in front please and share your answer to the class. So Jihan wrote organ and organ system. So is she correct, class? Yes, she is. So give her a round of applause, please. Now, according to Jihan, organ and organ system are group of tissue that perform a same function, and an organ system consists of different organs. This is same a common function throughout the body. Example, according to her, is digestive system, circulatory system, and many more. Okay, very good. Now, for our next level of biological organization, who would like to answer? Okay, Ed, come in front please and answer and explain to the class your answer. So according to Ed, the next level of biological organization is the organism. Is he correct, class? Of course he is. No. According to him, organism is composed of different organ and organ system and can function and can survive on its own is the definition of organism. Okay, very good, Ed. Clap your hands for Ed. Now for our next level of biological organization, who would like to answer? Okay, Ray, come in front please and answer and share to the class your answer. Okay, according to Ray, our next level of biological organization is population. Is he correct, class? Of course he is. Very good, Ray. Clap your hands for Ray, everyone. So according to him, population are group of the same species that live in the same place. Okay, very good. Now for our next level of biological organization, who would like to answer? Again, Dan, come in front, please, and answer. Now, according to Dan class, the next level of biological organization is the community. Is he correct? Of course he is. So community, according to him, is a group of different species that live together in the same place. Give Dan a round of applause, everyone. Okay, thank you, Dan. You may now take your seat. The next level of biological organization, who would like to answer? Okay, Ed, come in front, please. Now, according to Ed class, that the next level of biological organization is the ecosystem. Is he correct? Of course he is. Clap your hands to Ed class. So according to him, ecosystem is composed of different population that live together in the same place and interact with their Non-living environment. Very good. Now for our next level of biological organization, who would like to answer? Yes, Binboy. Now, according to Binboy, the next level of biological organization is the biome. So, according to him, biome is a, a larger part of a ecosystem that share the same climate, that share the same environment, that share the same weather. Is he correct, class? Of course he is. Give him a round of applause, class. Now, for our last level of biological organization, let me call on Jihan because she is raising her hand. Okay, come in front, please. And okay, according to Jihan, that the last level of biological organization is the biosphere. So, is she correct, class? Yes, she is. Now, according to her, biosphere is the larger part of the earth that composed of all biomes or all of the living things and non-living things interacting with each other. Very good, class. You have understood your lesson very well. So clap your hands since all of you have answered and understood our discussion. Very good. Now, class, let's do another activity. So kindly read the direction. So all you need to do is choose the letter of the correct answer that best completes the statement or answers the question using the QR code that will be distributed. So our activity will be multiple choice and true and false.
What is the basic unit of structure and function in living things? C. Cell. A group of similar cells that work together to perform a specific function is called a B. Tissue. Different tissues working together to form a B. Organ system. Several organs that work together to perform a specific task form a and B. Organ system. The level of biological organization that includes both living and non-living things interacting together is called a ecosystem. It's letter C. True or false? Cells are the smallest unit of structure and function in living things. A. True. A population is made up of organisms of different species living in the same area. B. False. An organism is formed when many organisms system work together. A. True. A community consists of different populations living together in an area. A. True. A biosphere includes all ecosystems on Earth. A. True.
Now, class, let us imagine something. What will happen if our ecosystem suddenly lost its plant and trees? What do you think will happen to the animals, including us humans? Yes, Ed. Exactly. There would be less oxygen and no more food for animals and humans like us. So another question. Thank you, Ed. You may now take your seat. What will happen if our ocean becomes polluted? Do you think that the people who live far away will also be affected? Yes, then. Very good then. Of course, they would also be affected since they can affect us through water, air, and food chain. So always remember, class, that the level of biological organization are all connected together. So if one level of biological organization is affected, then the other level of biological organization is also affected. So always remember to protect and make our environment safe and sound. That is all, class. So before we go, let us have or let us discuss your assignment before you go. So for your assignment, kindly all read the directions. So all you need to do is list down all the levels of biological organization and then put a brief description about it and then attach some drawing or picture. So here is the rubrics for your assignment. So, rubrics A, drawing technique and understanding of concept. It is 8 points when drawing shows good technique and understanding of clear concept. It is only 6 points if drawing shows some technique and understanding of concept is not so clear. And it is only 4 points if drawing lacks technique and understanding of concept is vague. So, rubrics for craftsmanship. It is 8 points when drawing is neat and shows very little evidence of marks, rips, tears, or folds. A few erasure lines showing. Now, it is only 6 points if your drawing is somewhat messy and shows marks, rips, tears, or folds. A few erasure lines showing. Now, it is only 4 points if the drawing is messy and shows marks, rips, tears, and folds, many erasure lines showing. And now for the rubric creativity, it is 8 points when artwork reflects originality. So it is 6 points when artwork shows some evidence of originality, and it is only 4 points if artwork shows little or no evidence of original thought. So keep this rubric in mind. Now, before anything else, there any questions or any clarification, class? Okay, Nan, can you may now all stand up? Goodbye, class. Okay, so you may now go home. Thank you for your cooperation.